Hey coaches, this is Coach Nicole here from Kaya Fit Lafayette. With today's workout, we have some supersets coming at you. So we're going to start off with some tic-tac-toe. We'll go best 2 out of 3. So what I usually do is lay out PVC pipes in a tic-tac-toe formation and have the ladies about, 10, 15, 25 yards back so that they take either tennis balls, lacrosse balls, whatever odd objects, whether it's a light handbag versus light dumbbells. Just make sure you can distinguish between the two. So that they'll run, one person will drop, okay, and then they'll run back, tag the next person in line, okay? And so what we're doing in between the games is dynamic movement. So we'll start with windmills as the first movement, okay? Should take about a minute, maybe just tell them to do 10 reps or so. Same thing with those lateral lunges, that'll be after the second, okay? So we want to sit those hips back, get some good distance. Arm circles, I usually say do 10 forward, 10 reverse on each side. Okay, and make sure we do a couple love and hugs, bring those arms across, and then deep overhead squats for that last dynamic movement. So we're opening up those hips to get ready for what's coming at you. So when we're done with those couple 2 to 3 games, we're going to go ahead and review round 1 exercises with the ladies and have them do a couple reps with you at each. So set 1, okay, give the ladies an option. They can do 2, 3, or 4 rounds. You will be setting the clock for 8 minutes. So if they're doing 2 rounds, that's balance, 3 rounds strength, 4, that's Kaya, okay? And so at each set, they're gonna have cash in, cash out. So first set is gonna be full of burpees, so we're getting all the way to the ground. We can step it back or we can jump it back, but we're getting all the way down, chest to the floor, okay? Bringing it up and getting up to the top. Once they're done with 10, those 12 handbag shoulder thrusts would be 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then drop squats, so that doesn't require any weight. Feet start together, feet go wide. We want to see some good mobility and force absorption for that, okay? Then the ground to Y squat, so we're starting wide with that stance. My fingertips should touch. I'm gonna make sure I have a nice flat back, and at this point, actually my fingertips don't touch. So just make sure they're getting wide and keeping good form, okay? So we're touching hand, hand, and then they stand. Once they're done with 2, 3, or 4 rounds of those 3 exercises, then they cash out with their 10 burpees, and then they go ahead and either plank or wall sit and cheer on everybody else's going. When you got everybody done, go ahead and take some time to review the next set, where we're gonna have barbells, kettlebells, handbags set up, and the same thing, 2, 3, or 4 rounds. So they're gonna cash in with 24 arch ups, so we're gonna make sure that we're starting flat, everything comes up together. Okay, a couple arch ups, 24 to be exact. Then they're going barbell squat, so you've a range, 8 to 12 reps, okay? So, because we're not changing out weights here, so if they're able to get to 12 on that first set, but maybe they're not gonna get to 12 on the next one, that's why we got the range in there, okay? So the barbell should be across those trap queens. Okay, I want my elbows back just slightly. Okay, we're gonna sit those hips back, keeping my shins vertical. Okay, make sure we're dropping those hips below parallel. I have a really tough time if I don't have the weight on my back, so I'll just make sure they're getting good depth. A couple options, especially if you have people who've not done a back squat, maybe they're comfortable with the front squat, should be across the delt, clavicle, delt, okay? So in that good front rack position, or low bar back squat. Anybody who has not done a barbell back squat, they can either go non-weighted, or great options are goblet squats, so we hold either the dumbbell or the kettlebell up here. Same thing with, you can hold the weights right here, okay? Options for the barbell. Once you're done with those, you go plank jacks and then heartbeats. So the plank jacks are in, out. Okay, we're gonna jack our feet in and out from that plank position. Okay, each time they bring their feet together is 1. Then we're in that good athletic stance, heartbeats, and then wall sit, angel. So that means I'm seated against the wall, okay? And as I'm against that wall, my fingertips will touch the wall the whole time while I bring my hands up overhead, okay? So it's just so they keep their really good posture. Try and set that back up against the wall. It's really good for shoulder health. And then they'll cash out once they've done their 2 to 4 rounds, cash out with those 24 arch ups. Same deal, early finishers, plank or wall sit, cheer them on. Set 3 is going to be a sprint round, so we are just seeing who can get done the fastest, okay? So 8-minute time cap might not be necessary, should be take maybe 3 to 5 minutes, okay? So what we're looking at is we're starting with 50 yards, but I would say have a couple ladders set out, at least 2, if not 3 or 4, depending on how many you have. This is your lightning round. Ladies are going to run or jog or walk down and back that 50 yards. Once they come back, they're putting their plank walking through that ladder, so it's hand. We're not crossing over. Don't worry about crossing over. It should be little steps, 2 hands in each square that's created. So they're going to go down 1 ladder, okay, get to the next ladder, turn their whole body around, so we even it out, okay? Then we're going handbag bicep or kettlebell bicep curls, okay? 12 of them, thigh busters. Let's make those 1 equals 1. So we're going to make sure that back leg gets down, getting some good movement out there, and then ladder hand walks. So that means my hands are starting in that square. I'm going to walk my hands forward, walk my hands back, that's 1, walk them back out of the ladder, walk them back in, that's 2, 3, 4, okay? And so we're working it up to 10 of those. And then tell them to back it up out of that ladder. You got 10, 8 to 12 tricep push-ups, cash out with that last 50 yard down and back. So easy way to kind of minimize traffic on that end is you want to do, have them do the ladder hand walks, get up, get to that start and finish line, then do your tricep push-ups, and then cash out with that 50 yards. Last but not least, last set, again, same thing, 2 to 4 rounds. We were starting off with kettlebell swing, tighten up that torso, squeeze those glutes as we're bringing that kettlebell along for the ride. Negative push-ups just means we're going to control that eccentric. So ladies, it should be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, chest hits the ground, and then coming all the way back up. So that can be done balance, strength, or Kaya push-ups. Resistance band row, so that means I'm stepping on the resistance band, keeping those scaps back, rowing it up, holding for 2, go down. Okay, hold it up for 2, go down. So it should, again, more control on that movement. Plank shoulder taps, we want to tap that shoulder. Okay, 1, 2, without teeter-tottering at those hips. Single arm dumbbell chest press, so that just means as you're on your back, you're pressing 1 arm up at a time. And then side to side ankle reach, so we're sitting back, we're gonna reach side to side with those ankles, and then cash out with those 25 swings.